It was about January 1981 when he was about a year and 6 months old. His pediatrician kind of told us that his head circumference is not growing like a normal child, and we should go to Children's Hospital to get him evaluated. And he was diagnosed with microcephaly as well as autism.
It was hard to take it first, but we just tried to take each day at a time.
I think that was a very challenging time. You always have great hope when you have a child that's born, and it's always difficult when a problem arises.
Mohan being a scientist, one who works very, very hard to find solutions that make sense from a medical physics perspective, he was very frustrated that he couldn't seem to find a solution.
After 2 or 3 years of visiting all these centers, the reality kind of starts setting in that there is something wrong, but we don't know why, and there may not be any medical solution.
I had to stop working, so I can take care of him. And my husband took care of my daughter because she was kind of left alone because I have to be with him all the time.
Growing up with someone who is different from everybody else's siblings was very hard. A lot of friends didn't want to come over and play. I spent a lot of time outside the house. Not understanding exactly what was going on because I was so young was very hard, and I didn't realize till I was older that it was a blessing in disguise.
Well, I met Rishi about 3 years ago, and he was kind of wild when I first met him. And right now, he's a little more mellow now that I've been working with him or we've been working together, and he's a pretty cool guy.
At heart, he's a very, very simple soul. Somebody who's like a child. He's a guy out of nowhere come and give you a hug, and you forget everything. It's like getting a hug from a 5-year-old, a 6-year-old.
He actually does bring the childlike love, and it's not often that you see that kind of sort of unadulterated emotion.
I think one of the things that makes Rishi happiest is being around people. He loves to be around people.
Oh yeah, what makes Rishi happy is eating. He likes to eat.
I like spaghetti.
He's taught me so much, love him to death. We still fight like brother and sister all the time, like normal ones, but it's just a wonderful, wonderful experience.
I think there's been a great growth in terms of acceptance, and there's been a great deal of energy expended trying to help Rishi grow as a child and then as an adult. And I've seen tremendous growth in him over the years from the contributions that have been made.
Autism Society of Colorado is very helpful to the local families. They provide the actual support to families, provide people or families with respite care, train people who can come and help people like Rishi. So I think working with Autism Society of Colorado is important to us.
I'm so glad that we're doing so much more about autism and helping people who basically are into it for no fault of their own. And if we can make their life easier, we should do everything we can to do so.
I want him to be as normal as he can and do things by himself.
Autism in Colorado has been wonderful with providing resources, answering questions that my parents have had previously about how to help or where to go for help. Just having someone to talk to about something that other families are going to as well. It is a vital, vital resource to Colorado as well as the rest of the nation to have a society like this to lean back on and get some help.